Okay, so this is what I came down to our basement for. My best friend who threw me my baby shower also gifted me with her car seat that she can't use anymore because her son is now 3 and the car seat is not yet expired. It expires in 2024. So she gave me a car seat so I won't have to buy one. I need to wash it. So this is one of my things to do. I'm out of breath. This was on my list of things to do to prepare for baby, was to get this clean. It comes with a stroller, so I still need to get the stroller out of this big pile of baby stuff. Oh, I got it. Mission accomplished. Stroller is out. Stroller also needs to be cleaned, so I'm gonna do that today. I actually didn't realize I have so much baby stuff all stored up down here. I don't have enough room in my apartment for it, so it's all down in the basement. So I am now 32 weeks along and it's really hitting me that this baby could come at any time. And I'm kind of getting all these worried thoughts that baby will come any day. And I know I'm early, but there's been some people who have reached out to me and told me, oh, my baby came at 32 weeks, or they had their twins at 32 weeks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 32 weeks. I also feel like I'm scrambling now. I literally have nothing set up. I have nothing done. Baby stuff is still coming in. I don't even have all the furniture pieces I need. I don't even have a nursery. Like, I literally don't have a nursery, and that's because we still live in our apartment. We just bought a house. Oh my gosh, you guys who are with me on Instagram already know this because I shared it on my story, but we've been looking for a house since August. We finally bought a house last week. It's a total fixer-upper. We normally buy fixer-uppers. This fourplex, as you guys know, was a total dump fixer-upper, and we've been renovating it since 2019. It's all renovated, but this apartment we live in our fourplex is way too small for a kid. It's fine for a newborn, but it's just 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 700 square feet. This is not big enough. So I literally have carved out a little tiny space for baby and baby stuff when I bring baby home to our fourplex on our apartment. But we just bought our 3,000 square foot fixer-upper house. It is a huge house. We got it for a good price. It's actually a foreclosure house, and that's why we got it at a good price. But we need to start the renovations on it. We're not yet closed on the house. So once we close on the house beginning of next month, we will start demo and we will be renovating. So we won't be moving in until the renovations are done, which hopefully we're thinking May. But I think that's one reason why I haven't set up anything yet. But also I just don't have all the necessary stuff for a nursery, let alone have a nursery. I don't have a nursery. I have a little corner in my bedroom. Like I said, I carved out a little tiny space for a bassinet, maybe a dresser, changing table. But I think the true reason why I am so behind getting stuff ready for baby is because I've really been in denial the first half of my pregnancy. Not denial, but I just have had a really hard time believing the pregnancy. As a lot of you who have been with me on YouTube for a while, I've been opening up since getting pregnant, sharing with you guys what of a mental battle this is, getting pregnant after over 10 years of infertility and IVF. I think because mentally it's taken me a really long time to believe the pregnancy, and even now I have doubts in my mind about the pregnancy. I mean, I believe the pregnancy because I'm literally getting bigger and I'm feeling him move, which is so magical, but I still can't let my mind be like entirely happy. I just don't want to jinx it. You know, I still have the labor and the birth ahead of me, and there's still so many unknowns. I'm still cautiously excited, if that makes sense. But because it's taken me so long to believe the pregnancy, and because I had so many doubts in my mind all the way up until about, like, honestly, the 30-week mark, the 20-week mark is when I had my big ultrasound, and that was truly magical. That helped me be excited about the pregnancy and be happy about the pregnancy. But it's taken me so long to believe all of this that now that I'm 32 weeks, I haven't done anything. I have not prepared for this baby coming. I don't have the necessary things I need. I have a lot of gifts coming in from friends and family, which is really helping me get everything together. Man, now I'm scrambling. I know that this baby could really come at any time. So it makes me feel better. I have the stroller all wiped down and clean. I have the car seat clean that's drying outside there. And before I show you guys everything I'm doing to prepare for a baby, I really wanted to open up my heart a little bit more and and share with you guys basically it's all mental, but my experience finding out I was pregnant after so many years of infertility. And by the way, if you're brand new here, I upload every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, all about living healthy and IVF. When I first found out I was pregnant from my fertility clinic, I vlogged all of that in my pregnancy announcement video. So I'll link that video down below in case you guys haven't seen it yet, but I feel like I did a pretty good job portraying my reaction when the fertility clinic called me and told me I was pregnant. My HCG levels are really high, and then I just wasn't believing it. And then I took my own home pregnancy test and I saw the 2 lines and I was like, what? I vlogged my whole first trimester because I didn't announce to you guys that I was pregnant until I was about 15 weeks. And honestly, I would have waited if I wasn't on social media because I still wasn't believing it. But I was like, I know you guys are waiting and anticipating me announcing something. Either I was pregnant or I wasn't. And so I really needed to announce my pregnancy at 15 weeks. I really couldn't have waited any longer. But I did vlog my whole way through finding out I was pregnant until I announced to you guys that I was pregnant. So I'll link that video down below if you want to check that out. Recently, I reposted a post on my story comparing someone who finds out they're pregnant after not going through infertility and heartbreak, comparing that person to a person who finds out they're pregnant after infertility and fertility treatments and heartbreak and multiple miscarriages, and comparing the two is quite different. And a lot of you on Instagram could really resonate with that post and relate to it. So that's kind of why I wanted to pour my heart open a little bit more and share with you guys how I really felt when my fertility clinic called me after my HCG blood draw and told me I was very pregnant. Was my fertility clinic nurse's exact words to me, Brittany, you're very pregnant. And I was like, what? I just could not believe it. And then a few days later, I got another blood draw and my HCG levels had doubled, and that was obviously a great sign. And a couple weeks after that, I still wasn't believing the pregnancy. I wanted a home test, so I did my home test and I got the 2 lines and I was like, wow, that helped me a little bit. And then I thought that getting the 8-week ultrasound would help me believe the pregnancy some more. I got the 8-week ultrasound and I was blown away that there was actually a fetus in there and it was actually developing. But I thought my 8-week ultrasound would help me like believe everything, but it really didn't. Like, it helped. And then a couple days later, I'm like, is it really happening? I'm not growing yet. I'm not really feeling anything. I was starting to feel some nausea and some weird changes happening in terms of like I was getting out of breath easily. My workouts didn't feel the same. So I was feeling some physical changes, but I still was having a hard time believing it. So then I found my OB doctor. I had a 10-week ultrasound, and that ultrasound was kind of a bummer because instead of doing the transvaginal ultrasound, they just did a regular ultrasound. And at 10 weeks, you know, the fetus is so small. It does look like a blob, so that didn't really help me with my mental health very much. And then I got COVID at 14 weeks and I was so paranoid because I had to take Tylenol around the clock to get through COVID and decongestants to just get through it. And I was so paranoid I was taking too many medications. Oh my gosh, I ruined the baby. He's not there. Or at the time I didn't know it was a he. It's not there anymore. And then at 15 weeks, I announced to you guys that I'm pregnant. And all the encouraging words and the love that you guys showed me when I announced my pregnancy really did help me a lot in my mental health. Yeah, I just couldn't let myself fully believe it because I didn't want to jinx it. I knew that I could still miscarry. There was a slight chance that something could happen, even though that chance is really small. Like, I couldn't let myself fully believe it and be excited just in case something happened. And that's the reason why I didn't find out the gender of my embryo when they transferred it in me, just in case it failed. It was gonna be another layer of emotion I would have to sift through if I knew the gender. So I wanted to protect my heart a little bit more and not know the gender. So I didn't find out the gender of our baby until I was almost 20 weeks. So basically from the time I found out I was pregnant until my 20-week ultrasound, I didn't believe the pregnancy. I really didn't believe it. I was like, I'll go through the motions, I'll do the ultrasounds, I feel nauseous, I have food aversions, but I just didn't believe it. I was like, I just cannot let myself believe it, just in case. So I was getting like a little bit excited, but the moment I got like happy about it, I would push that emotion down and be like, no, Brittany, this probably isn't happening. Like, something is gonna happen. I'm not meant to have babies. My body can't do it. So I talked about this in my gender reveal video. That 20-week ultrasound, you guys, was a huge magical breaking point for me. It just really helped me believe the pregnancy in there's an actual baby in me. You know, the moment that ultrasound tech put that probe to my belly and I saw my baby, I was like, wow, there is a baby in there. I mean, I was growing a little bit at the time. I could feel that I had a belly, but it's just, I still wasn't feeling him move at 20 weeks. I didn't really feel him fully move until about 21 weeks and really start moving 22 weeks. That 20-week ultrasound really helped me mentally get over my disbelief, get over my even like sadness. So if you're watching this video and you're in your first half of your second trimester and you've gone through fertility treatments or infertility or IVF or whatever journey you've been on to get this baby, and you're having a lot of doubts and sadness and not wanting to get too excited, and you haven't had your 20-week ultrasound, just wait for that 20-week ultrasound, because that really helped me. After about 20 weeks, I got a lot more excited. I got a lot more happy, because your 20-week ultrasound, like a lot happens between 10 weeks when it looks like a blob to 20 weeks when it actually looks like a baby. I was just really blown away, and it was such a magical experience having that 20-week ultrasound. Because this baby is an IVF baby, I had another ultrasound at 24 weeks to see his heart. They wanted to ultrasound his heart. It's called a fetal echocardiogram. And so I got to see him again a month later. And because I'm high risk, because of my age, I'm 36, and because IVF baby, I get like a little bit more ultrasounds. And I had COVID too when I was 14 weeks. So I just had my 31-week ultrasound last week. He looks so good. And then I get another one at, I think, 34 weeks, and I get another one at 38 weeks. And so there are additional ultrasounds just because I'm higher risk and he's higher risk since he's an IVF baby. Now that I've had a couple ultrasounds under my belt and I am physically getting so large and I feel him move all the time, I am very excited about having him. But, you know, I still have to get through the labor and the birth. You know, things can still happen. I'm trying not to let my mind go there. It's funny because in my everyday life, just like I am with you guys, I'm open to my friends and coworkers about how I'm feeling. And so the first half of my pregnancy, especially after I announced the pregnancy, I kept saying that I was doubtful and like, we'll see, you know, I'm hoping that the pregnancy is healthy and the baby's healthy, and like I hope that it even happens. And people would laugh at me. People who have never gone through infertility or fertility treatments would literally laugh at me, laugh in my face and say, wait, how are you not believing it? Like, you're getting bigger, like you've had ultrasounds. Like, they just could not relate to my mental state. I know a couple people who have gone through at least fertility treatments. I don't know of anybody in my personal life that's gone through IVF. I know of a couple people who are now going through IVF, but not back then. So the people who have gone through miscarriages and fertility treatments could totally relate to my mental state of being and how I was having a hard time believing the pregnancy, even though I was getting further along. And even now when I say, well, yes, he's there, I know he's there, and I know I'm having this baby, but I still won't fully believe it until I'm holding him in my arms. And they laugh at me, and I'm like, it's true. And so when I say that on social media though, to you guys can totally relate. And a lot of you have even said to me, Brittany, you probably won't fully believe that you're having him until he's in your arms. I just wanted to share a little bit more about my experience first finding out I was pregnant until now in terms of my mental battles, just because I know a lot of you are going through it or have gone through it or will go through it. I don't want anybody to feel alone in like their pregnancy journey, finding out they're pregnant and then not wanting to believe it, not willing to believe it, and having all these self-doubts and having all these negative thoughts. Just know, I'm pretty sure it's normal to go through all that after years of infertility or IVF, because it's just hard. Like, it's just hard to believe that something you've been fighting for so long is actually happening. So please don't feel like you're alone, that you're weird, that you have no support in your mental battles you're fighting, because I fought the same ones. All right, you guys, so here is my room and obviously our king bed, my pregnancy pillow over there. But I carved out this space here for baby. There's quite a lot of space right here in the walkway, so I could just put a bassinet here. This chair, my friend who I helped her get through IVF and give her injections, she bought me this chair. It's covered because of that one over there, so she doesn't scratch at it. This is a beautiful rocking chair that she gifted me, so that's gonna probably stay in the corner somewhere. Dresser will go probably here, changing table, and then I put all my stuff, sorry guys, it's so messy, all my stuff back there. So my ring light, my computer. I don't actually use the desk, I just use it for storage. And then the cat stuff's underneath there. Obviously, I have not done much of anything to set up. It is the next day, and of course, as you guys just saw, I just got done washing all the pieces to the breast pump that my sister is letting me use. She's had 2 kids of her own, no longer pumping or breastfeeding anymore, and this pump is the one that she's liked for a while now. She's tried a couple breast pumps in the past, so I really trust her judgment because she's gone through a few and she's really liked this one. So she's letting me use it. Yeah, so I'm glad I got that done because I have been procrastinating on that, and honestly, I've been procrastinating on all this stuff to prepare for baby. Honestly, my mind just has not been in the right place to like get all this stuff ready for baby. I just am finally believing the pregnancy, and you know, before I wasn't believing any of this was happening. Honestly, like my mind was more in a negative place, like I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of the video, and I wasn't believing the pregnancy. And so it's like, how can I prepare for baby when I'm not even believing the pregnancy? So now that like I'm 32 weeks and I know he's coming, I'm so overwhelmed because I have been putting all this stuff off. I should have already washed the breast pump. I should have already washed that car seat and stroller a long time ago, and we just ordered the dresser, so that should be coming in on Friday in a couple days. I don't have a bassinet yet. Hopefully, maybe somebody will buy that for me. I don't know. But like, I just don't have anything set up or done because my mind has not been in that positive place, I guess, for me to like prepare for baby. So now I feel like I'm scrambling. Thank God for Josh because he's been doing a lot of it for me, because you know, the moment we get pregnant, he's like, oh, this is so exciting, and he starts reading all the books, what to expect when you're expecting and baby's first year. Like, he's read everything already and I have read nothing. So luckily one of us has read something because I'm not prepared. Speaking of preparation, so we started our Lamaze classes, which have been very helpful. So if you guys are interested, if you are pregnant or you're just had your transfer or you're newly pregnant, whatever the case may be, if you're interested in preparing for labor, these Lamaze classes have been very helpful. You just Google Lamaze International and it should pop up. I think the first class is free, and then I think there's like a package deal. We purchased like 3 classes for $80, and they've been so helpful. We've done a couple of courses already, basically like educating us on prepping for labor, what labor looks like, different breathing techniques, different techniques to calm me down. So it's been very, very helpful. And then we bought a breastfeeding course we have not watched yet, and what to expect when you bring baby home. So I'm excited to watch those videos. They've been very helpful. I've actually been very surprised. I'll also put the website link down below so you guys can click on that and check it out if you're interested in Lamaze classes. If it looks like I've been crying, because I have been. When I started watching that breast pump that my sister is letting me borrow, I just started getting so overwhelmed. I try not to cry again. I think that I'm feeling especially overwhelmed because of all that I went through mentally at the beginning of my pregnancy. And then now that like, I feel like everything's hitting all at once. And I'm very excited for this baby, don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled. I feel so blessed. But I think that everything just kind of hit me like a load of bricks today and yesterday when I started filming this video for you guys. Just because like, I know he's coming now, but I'm almost like I'm being forced to like believe all of it all at once. Like, I didn't have that, oh, like I peed on a stick, oh, I'm pregnant, great, like, oh, I get to prepare for a baby. It's like, I wasn't believing it, like, is this real? I'm not sure, like, is it really gonna happen? Like, I hope he's okay, I hope I'm okay. And then all of a sudden it's hitting me like, yes, this is happening. And so I haven't had that like progression of like slowly believing the pregnancy, slowly getting excited about it. I've just been kind of in denial this whole time until 3rd trimester, and then it's like, bam, he's coming. So anyways, that's how I've been feeling today. I know it's gonna get better, but I thought I would continue to be real with you guys because that's why I'm here, is to be real with you guys and honest and communicate how I'm feeling, because I know a lot of you are feeling the same way or have felt the same way or will feel the same way. So I hope this helps you. That's what my pregnancy has emotionally and mentally felt like after getting pregnant. And that's so far what we've done to prepare for baby. Not much. I had a baby shower and I have a bunch of stuff downstairs, as you saw, but I need to start getting things more organized and together in our little corner of our bedroom. So I will make a follow-up video to this one in a few weeks once things are more organized and I have furniture in the bedroom and baby clothes laid out. And by the way, I am gonna do a what's in my hospital bag, because I am packing my hospital bag. It's not packed yet, of course, but I'm ordering things on Amazon that I don't have. So I'm gonna start packing my bag here in the next couple of days. Definitely, like in the next couple of videos, I'll do a video on what's in my hospital bag. And then very soon I'm gonna be doing a video on all my physical therapy stuff that I've been learning on how to prepare my pelvic floor for labor and postpartum recovery. So I've been learning a ton from my physical therapist. I've been going once a week for an hour session every week, and we've been working on how to do proper Kegels, working on strengthening my pelvic floor, working on the techniques on how to relax the pelvic floor too, so I can push baby out. So lots of cool things coming. If you guys are interested in all of that, to look out for those videos in the future. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do another IVF video, what you're interested in from me in the future. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it does really help support my channel. I will see you in the next one. Love you guys, and for those of you going through IVF, your own infertility journey, hang in there. Like I always say, you got this. You never know what's gonna happen. Even though you feel like you're drowning, you stay afloat, keep swimming, because it just might work out for you, just like it did for me. Love you all. I'll see you in the next one, and always remember to be kind to yourself.